There's a friend of mine. We're going to call her Sierra Leone. I like that. So Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone. Sierra, we'll just call her Sierra for short. She was a friend of a friend. I don't remember how I met this girl. I don't remember how I met her at all. Sometime through college, she talked a lot of shit. I know it's through my homie, but I don't remember the day or nothing like that. I just knew she was a cute girl that wore a lot of wigs. I ain't got nothing against wigs, but I would like to know what your rear hair looked like. Anyway, I'm telling this story because maybe a year or two after I knew this girl in college now. In college. She's a younger chick, not that much younger, maybe a year or two younger. And I believe she invited me to her crib. One of those nights, man. It was already late. Well, you know, like 10 o'clock, something like that, maybe 11 to stretch it out. But she stayed about 15 minutes from my apartment in college, so I ended up going. Now, if you gotta need a description of this chick, she's a black chick, wears a lot of wigs. A lot. I don't think I've ever seen her not wear a wig. Maybe once. Maybe once. Maybe once. She has hair. She's just natural. I guess she doesn't really like wearing it out. Plus, she has a white boyfriend, or at least had at the time. So, now that goes. You gotta look a certain way, I guess. Still a pretty chick. Regular girl. Regular chick. So, yeah, she invited me to her crib. It was 15 minutes away. I drove out there, and it was about 10:30, maybe even 11. Call her, knock on the door. She lets me in. She never invites me over. I don't know how women want to perceive it, but when they say ain't shit nigga, they envision some type of nigga who just fucked up shit all the time or cheats or I don't know. Their vision of ain't shit nigga is completely different from what niggas is when they refer to themselves. Me, it's more of like humor thing. It's like humor mixed with reality, so it's not as serious as a lot of women have, do. So when I say ain't shit nigga, referring to myself with this, I believe me and her both had the consensus of knowing that I just came there for one thing and one thing only. That thing, that thing, that thing. Can't sing, but that is the reason I came. And I walk in, she greets me, we're having a regular conversation as friends. She has a one bedroom apartment. Her bedroom is the second floor, and the kitchen and everything, and the living room and everything is on the bottom level. So she invites me up to her room, and we're laying on her bed. From what I've been told in the past, if a girl is in your house and kicks off her shoes, she's down to whatever. Whether that's true or not, she's at least down to stay for a while if a girl kicks off her shoes. She's a little comfortable. But I'm in her crib, so fuck that. And I'm laying on her bed. Not laying on it, I'm sitting on her bed. Because it's really no other place to sit other than a chair in her bed. And she was sitting in the chair. So we smoke. And probably had a drink or two. Keep in mind, I don't know if she's still with this white boyfriend. I have no clue. Never met the dude. Never met him. And we're just chatting for a little while. And as soon as we're high as hell, she's like playing like these songs off YouTube. So she's playing songs that's pretty cool or whatever, for the moment, things like that. And one of the songs she plays is Kevin Gates. This one thing took a little turn for me. She plays Kevin Gates. I'm not a Kevin Gates fan at all, especially back then. Kevin Gates did a lot of things back then that for me that rubbed me the wrong way. Keep in mind, I'm an artist, so I overanalyze things with artists. So when he came out with things talking about I'll fuck my cousin and shit like that, if I didn't know that was my cousin or whatever the fuck he said. And that one time he ate a weed bud on camera. And then he did something else that's kind of normal nowadays that I won't get into. But he did a lot of things for attention, and I just wasn't rocking with it. Plus, his music was decent, but it wasn't all that to me. But this one song she played was Kevin Gates singing. And it wasn't like rappers actually singing. You know, like J. Cole, it's like, do you wanna be happy? You know, that's cool. You know, it's like he's singing, but he's talking. 21 Savage, the same thing. He has like his singing songs, but it's not singing. It's like more like talking in melody or rapping in melody. Nah, Kevin Gates was trying to blow. He was trying to get his Tony Braxton off. And it was fucking terrible. It was so that song was so fucking terrible. I don't know what it is with women, but it just seems like if a man is famous and he's singing about them or having sex, they just get off on it. That shit was whack, bro. That shit was so whack. And I was high as hell. And I'm just thinking to myself, yo, this song is terrible. And I look over to my right because she's right there. Keep in mind, I'm not on the bed anymore. I'm sitting like, I guess I'm in a chair. I'm not really sure. But I just know that me and her were like 2 feet away from each other. Like pretty close. And as I look her in her eyes, we're high as fuck. She's just staring me in my shit. So we're staring at each other in our eyes. In my mind, I'm like, this song is killing whatever mood that you think that this shit is. You know, as a guy, man, you think that you would be like, fuck that song. If she's in the mood, let's get it. You think that. Me, I'm an artist. I overanalyze things. I'm an artist. I overanalyze things, man. And keep in mind, I came for Sierra's. Yeah, I came for that. So I'm looking her in her eyes, high as fuck. And she looks like she's telling me she wants me with her eyes. The type of person I am, I'm an ain't shit nigga in the fact that yes, I want sex and no relationship. But at the same time, the way I've grown up throughout life, you just hear about a lot of things like the R word or sexual assault or sexual harassment. And I don't know if people will actually understand this, but you hear that so much that for me, in 90, maybe 80 to 90% of the cases for me of trying to, you know, have sex with a woman, I try not to initiate. Call me what you want. A lot of niggas will be like, that's crazy. A lot of women will be like, that's nuts. But I'm not the person who likes to take hints. Because the last thing I'm trying to do is have a girl backtrack, even if she wanted to have sex or not. The last thing I want to do is respond a certain way and them say, that's not what I meant. Even if that's what they meant. Women are so particular. It's either they want to have sex with you and they want you to initiate without saying they want you. But they want you to respond a certain way. And if you don't respond a certain way, then it's not happening anyway. So for me personally, I'd rather them just, you know, make it more obvious. Just make it more obvious for me. Actually say it. Take something off. Get in the bed. Do something like just do something a little more obvious. I don't got time for the hints and the eye contact and stuff. So she's looking me in my eyes. And I don't know how to read it. I'm pretty sure she wanted what I wanted. But I'm not finna go off a whim. So the song goes on for about 4 minutes and it was fucking awkward. And it goes off, playing more music and things like that. I guess by that time, she had realized she needed to use the bathroom. So she goes in the bathroom and she's talking kind of a lot, which is cool. I have no issue with it. She's talking a lot and she goes in the bathroom. She gets out of the bathroom about 2-3 minutes later. And this was the first thing that turned me all the way off. She said that, and I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth. As I'm laying in her bed, she says, you know, I just took a shit, and my shit is more like pebbles, and I take quick shits. So it's nothing crazy or nothing like that. I don't know if she meant to say that. I don't know if that just came out of her mouth. But at that moment, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. The last thing I'm trying to do is get down with somebody who just took a shit. Whew. I was disgusted. I was fucking disgusted, bro. I was like, this is so gross. This is so nasty. This is sick. So yeah, I'm all the way turned off. There's nothing you can do to save this night. So I just kind of like played it cool, and I just didn't say shit because I didn't know what to say. Maybe she picked up on that, maybe not. So then maybe it might be about 12 o'clock. You know, I'm thinking about going home by this time. I'm not much of a night owl, even when I was younger. Well, maybe around 19, 20 years old I was, but around this time I might have been 23, 24. So for me, it's like, all right, this ain't happening. I'm ready to go. She gets a phone call. And it's from her cousin. Little did I know when she hung up the phone, her cousin was somebody I played ball with. You know, just not organized ball because we in college and I had torn my ACL and things like that. So all that sports shit was out the window. And I didn't have surgery, so I was just somebody who's in the gym basically when I needed surgery. So her cousin was this dude. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was like, yo, you want to come smoke? This dude's reputation is an ain't shit nigga. But to me, this nigga cool as fuck. To me, as a nigga, he cool as fuck. I don't know what he's done with women. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he ever did anything bad at all. I just think he made women think he was going to get in a relationship with them and then had sex with them and then was like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. That's the type of person I think he is. So I know he is an ain't shit nigga. I know that. I know he probably does some lying here and there, but he ain't no different than most niggas in my eyes. He's never done anything egregious. So I fuck with him. I personally fuck with him. She calls him and says that, let's smoke. So she's like, do you want to smoke? And I'm like, sure. Why not? We hop in her car. We drive over to his crib, which is like 20 minutes away. It's kind of out the way, to be honest with you. It's 12:30, 1 o'clock. We go to his crib, and he says, what's up, D? Shit, this, that, and the other. I guess he didn't expect to see me. I'm like, shit, what's up, dog? You know, I didn't even know they were cousins. So we all smoking. And we're smoking and talking and chatting. Might have played 2K, something like that, like one game. I don't think I played, but maybe I just watching. It was so long ago. It was so long ago, I really don't remember the details, but it was a cool time for niggas. And Sierra was sitting on the couch, talking and chatting. But keep in mind, we had left at like 12:30. So we were there at 1. We're there at 1 and we're talking and chatting. The next thing you know is I'm ready to go home. It's like 2 o'clock, then 2:30, then 3 a.m. So I'm thinking to myself, yo, I'm ready to go. And I didn't drive here. Back then, Lyft and Uber wasn't a thing. If it was, it damn sure wasn't in Mississippi. Lyft and Uber was not a thing at all. And I'm 30, 40 minutes away from my crib. Her cousin looks over to me and like, damn, Sierra's asleep. She was passed the fuck out, man. And I'm like, wow. So now I gotta talk over niggas and this is his cousin, to say, yo, get up, let's go. As if I'm her boyfriend or something. Or sometimes it's a weird vibe when someone's family, you're hanging around someone's family and you don't want to go over there like you're their boyfriend or something and be like, yo, it's time to go. Because in front of niggas, it make you look like a hater and make you look like you're not trying to be at the crib. But it was late as fuck. And I know we're high as fuck, but come on. So I'm texting her. She won't get up. I'm tapping her. I'm telling her like, yo, I kind of like killed the vibe. It was so fucked up. Man, I wish I ain't had to do that shit. But I kind of killed the vibe and was like, yo, it's time to go, man. I got to go home. She kept waking up intermittently and was like, yeah, cool, yeah. Go back to sleep. Gotta wake her up again. Yo, it's time to go. Yo, yeah, cool. Go back to sleep. Yo, like, what's up, man? Let's go back to sleep. Like, yo, let's go, man. Let's go. So it's like 4 o'clock. She finally says, yo, it's time to go. She can tell I'm pissed. I am pissed. I am pissed. We hop in the car and I'm not saying a word. So at this moment where I feel like I'm pissed and I'm not saying a word and we're in the car and I'm just thinking to myself, I just want to go home. I am a homebody, y'all. I like to chill, like to stay out of trouble and things like that. I feel like a woman. I feel like a woman after a bad date. It was terrible. It was nuts for me. So she can detect that I'm not saying anything. I don't want to be there when we're in the car. This when I realized this was a black white girl. She got mad at me for being mad. We have a 20-minute drive home, not on the highway. A bunch of back roads. So roads are just like doing this crazy zigzag shit. And the zigzags is around trees and shit. So if someone's coming, you probably gonna fuck around and get in a wreck. This bitch right here, and yes, I said the B word and I don't like it, but this bitch right here gassed that motherfucker like she was ready to die. I can't tell y'all niggas how freaked the fuck out I was. I was like, yo, today's the day I'm dying. I already know it. Today, it's over with. It's over with. It's done. God, man, I didn't go to church in a long time. I pray here and there. I'm thinking about the last chick I did wrong. I'm like, yo, bro, this is some bullshit, bro. I'm going to die, man. It's over with. She gassed that bitch. I'm talking anywhere where it was a 40 mile per hour speed limit. She was going 70. She gassed it so hard that you could tell her foot was down to the motherfucking floor. Her foot was down. The gas pedal was so far fucking down. You could see that sucker said, Nying! I said, fuck. Scared out my mind. Scared out my fucking mind. She would periodically look at me. Like, what now, nigga? I'm ready to die in this bitch. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not ready to die, bro. I'm not, man. I'm a rap star. I got things to do, bro. But you got to keep your composure. You can't bitch up. You can't bitch up, bro. Ain't no bitching up, bro. If you ready to die, you got to be ready to die in this bitch, bro. Fuck that. But I ain't say shit. I kept my cool, bro. I kept my cool. Yeah, nigga, I kept my cool Dee Brown shit. But I was scared. I was so scared, bruh. We finally made it to the apartment and she parked. She had said something, some type of remark. And I said some type of remark back and I just got out that bitch and I went home. I told my roommate that story. I told my boy Fudd that story, man. He told me a very similar story, except he wasn't trying to have sex. He was just hanging with a friend. Yeah, he told me. So I guess she does this on the regular. She'll invite friends over that she's attracted to, I guess. And she'll do the most outlandish, not black shit. So shout out to Sierra, man. Good girl, but you ain't shit. It's out of love though. It's all out of love. It's all out of love. But god damn. Whoa. So that's my story time, man. That's all I really got for you. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Dee Brown, aka Bruce D. Roy. Hope y'all enjoyed this thing, and you know, peace out, man. You so dope, better than a drink in my coat, more like the tree in my smoke. If you wanna rock this boat, then we can ride out. You so dope, I'ma get you in your zone, then we can be alone. Go ahead and kill your phone so we can ride out. You so dope. What? You so dope. 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 You so
Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, cause some funny, some fire stuff is on the way.